It's an interconference contest here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Thunder play one at home. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. That's certainly what we have in store for us today. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan with partners Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. You look at Orlando, this is a critical time for them. They've got, guys, a lot of away games coming up, and it's a stretch that's going to be a very, very difficult test.
You know, for the Magic, they've got to do something to create some momentum, to light a fire under themselves and break out of the middle of the pack.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I'm not sure that that's something they actually have in them. I don't think there's enough talent and enough chemistry on this team to really push forward.
Now brought to you by State Farm, a look at Orlando's starting lineup. And for the Thunder, shot clock at 2. Goes up with it again. And he lays it up and in.
Well, not only does he excel at getting those offensive rebounds, but he's really good getting putbacks and layups off of those boards.
The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the night.
And this was an excellent free throw shooting team a year ago, guys, about 81% as a team.
And you look at what they shot from the line last season, and it's so much higher. I mean, you wouldn't think it's possible to take such a tumble in the span of just 1 year.
With the second effort, gets it to go.
Well, you're not going to get a more high-quality look than that. Terrific offensive rebound there.
For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to the Grizzlies.
And I'll bet they're still not sure how they lost that game, guys, or at least that it wasn't a little closer anyway, because they got some good performances out of a few guys.
Yeah, you know what? That's one of those games where you just have to tip your hat to your opponent. Give him credit. Give them credit. They played a terrific game.
Gets it to go.
You know, he got one step ahead of the defense on that one. Excellent job.
And it's the Magic with the ball. 6-point game. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
And this wasn't their most challenging opponent if you're talking about last year. They won both of these meetings.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Darius Morris is checked in for Glenn Davis. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. And as Steve just pointed out, they did what you would have expected them in those two games. You took it to an opponent that had a very tough season.
And guys, sometimes it's really hard to predict what's going to happen in an East versus West matchup, no matter where the teams stand in their respective conferences. But this series went pretty much according to form.
And I'll tell you what, they might want to pay a little more attention to him defensively than they did on that last trip.
Six to shoot, and he misses his first shot.
And no defender was around him to influence that shot. It didn't hurt them there, but, you know, they can't make that mistake twice. But part of being one of the elite teams in the league is making sure you handle business, you know, when you head out on the road. And one area where Oklahoma City was fantastic last year was their record against Eastern Conference opponents on the road. They dominated.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Well, Thunder have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter.
And boy, did they protect the basket well in that one. They kept a lot of bodies down low. The rotations were solid, and it paid off with a lot of blocks in that game.
Yeah, they really wanted to establish that intimidation factor. And, Steve, I think they did so by devoting a lot of manpower to the low post.
You know, Steve, they really were great against the East, going 13-5 on the season. Clark, not a lot of teams gave them trouble.
Well, when you have the number of shooters that the Thunder have, it can be really hard for a team to figure out how you guard them if you only see them once or twice a year. And the Thunder took full advantage of that.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Earl Clark's checked in for the Magic. And it's Andrew Gaudlock with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Thunder now, trailing by 5. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Looking to end the run, and he nails the jumper. The Magic have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Thunder shooting just about an even 40% to start. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. They get a hand on it. From deep. And Harrington gets it to go in on the assist by Clark. He has 6. And that does it for the first quarter. Magic lead by 6. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a... And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
And the difference to this point has been defense. This club has really gotten after it, and that's what's gotten them this lead.
Well, there's nothing that's gone up that hasn't been contested so far.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Magic. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Joakim Noah's such a wild bundle of energy on the court, and his long hair kind of fits his game. Asked if he'd ever consider cutting off those locks, he said, I can't. I'm like Samson. That's my power right there. I need all that. Last time I cut it was in high school, and my teammates were killing me, so I'm not doing it again. Kevin, looks like the hair is here to stay.
Let's hope so. Thanks, Doris. Three-pointer. Can't get it to go. And the Thunder going the other way now. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And that one's good.
That's where you like to get shots, inside and close to the hoop.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Well, Terrence Jones out of Portland, Oregon, won a national championship at Kentucky a year ago. A world of talent, there's no doubting that. I think the question really has to do with his body language, his attitude, his motor. You know, can he be a guy who can enter the game and really bring a ton of energy to the floor? He's got the talent. We'll see if he's got the attitude as well.
The shot, no good.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Thunder trailing by 8. And that's going to be a travel.
Well, let's take a look at where Orlando ended up, Kevin, rank-wise in the league last year. 3rd in three-point shooting, 13th in rebounding. And as for turnovers, some work to be done here. Top 2/3 of the league. Not good, but not terrible either. Improvement necessary.
And how about the spacing that we saw from this team last year, Clark? You mentioned the three-point shooting in the top 5 in terms of field goal percentage from long range. And I think it was a direct result of great unselfish play. And it helps when you can employ that inside-out game. You know, attack a team in the paint and then kick it out for that three-point shot.
And that one's good. There's 1:47 left in the first half of basketball. And for Terrence Jones, the question over his disposition may have hurt his draft stock a little bit, but if those concerns prove unfounded, he has a chance to be a terrific NBA player.
Yeah, I like what I've seen of Terrence Jones. He's matured in his 2 years at Kentucky. He's extremely versatile, kind of a combo forward. A lot of times that can be viewed as a negative, but you can find a spot for a guy with his skill set. He can shoot it, he can rebound the ball, he can pass it, and I think he understands the value of playing a role even if he's not a star on an NBA team.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
For the Magic last year, it was not easy finding road wins. Just couldn't consistently close games.
Monty Eunice is checked in for the Thunder. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Shot to stop the run. Good. For the Magic, their road record last season was 16-17, close to 500, but not what they want to see if you're thinking about trying for a title.
Yeah, but their season really got derailed by the Dwight Howard drama. So I think their play on the road, under the circumstances, actually wasn't too bad.
Thunder trailing by 17. 54 seconds left in the second quarter. Three-pointer. No good. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. The 9-foot shot. And that one's good. He's got 6. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
For the Thunder, Ashik has checked in for Monty Eunice. Douglas comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Chandler Parsons in for Gary Forbes. Number 14, and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Here are the Magic now. Stripped it away. Got that one up quick.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
And the shot is good.
9 straight points for them off of wide open looks from deep. Something has to change for this deep.
Yeah, they're just giving up too many easy shots out there. They've got to close out harder, get a hand up, make him put it on the floor.
And the call will be against Jameer Nelson. That is his first foul of the game. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession.
11 seconds on the shot clock.
2 on the clock, and the shot is good.
That's an old-fashioned finish there, guys. Going to the finger roll to get the easy 2.
He gets it up. Shot no good. And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Magic.
Now, presented by Sprint.
It's Boxing Day, and we've got some bargains. It'll be the Pistons up against the Knicks.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Here are the Magic now. 17 points was their biggest margin. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. He's got 8.
Well, what I like about Oklahoma City, Kevin, is that they're very well-rounded as a team. They can score, they can get out and run. They've got outstanding individual players, but they're really good defensively as well, so they can beat you in a lot of ways.
And for the Magic. And that one's good. Thunder trailing by 20. Can't hit from in close. Well, if you look at the common theme for all the top teams in the league, it is solid defense. And Steve kind of just talked about that, Clark. And that certainly is what made the Thunder an elite team.
Well, getting better on defense is really a 2-part process. I mean, you need the guys who can make plays and force turnovers, but you also need the entire team to buy into and embrace the system as the Thunder has. It's been said often that good defense leads to offense, and that's what we're seeing here with all these points off turnovers.
Yeah, because the defense doesn't have a chance to set up once they've made that turnover, so they're really taking advantage in transition.
And we've got a moment now to look at the highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. In third, the Thunder.
Boy, they do an excellent job offensively. Most of the season last year, they were really in sync. A nice flow and rhythm to their offensive game. But anytime you score the points they did, it's about unselfishness and trusting each other.
And they needed that hoop to try to stop this run.
They just seem to keep coming up empty. They've got to slow it down and get a good shot.
Misses the wing 3.
Can't connect there, but still a red-hot start to the half, hitting 4 of their first 5 field goal attempts.
Will it go? That's good on the jump shot. He's got 8.
It's been a great day for him from the field, but his team still trailing.
Magic leading by 23. Hits it from three-point range.
That's 4 of their last 5 coming from long range. This offense is cooking.
Yeah, it's rolling, really rolling. And defensively, they kept collapsing, Steve, and leaving them open. So now they're in trouble. They're in a real dilemma now.
No luck. Here's Orlando now. A 14-2 run over the last bit. For 3. They get it back. Another shot. Can't get it to go.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, He's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. No good.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Boy, they have just gone crazy from three-point range since coming out of the halftime break.
Boy, it's been one three after another, Steve, an absolute barrage.
Well, Thunder head coach Scott Brooks had some pretty good days in his NBA career. Actually went undrafted out of UC Irvine, but ended up playing in the CBA and then played, I think, 8 or 9 years in the NBA. Ended up winning a title with Houston in 1994.
And that one's good. He has 5. The Thunder shoot down low. He goes up, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Well, you mentioned Coach Brooks and his background as a point guard. You see a lot of former point guards, I think, Steve, becoming head coaches.
Yeah, it's true, Kevin. You think about the guys who have had to lead teams as point guards. It's a natural transition for them to go into coaching. They're used to directing traffic. They're used to kind of figuring things out during a game, so they have to think their way through a contest. So, yeah, it makes a lot of sense that point guards sometimes make good coaches.
Shot clock at 4. That is good. Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. Stolen away. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one. As the fourth quarter gets going, let's swing it over to Doris Burke to find out who's had the Sprite uncontainable game. Doris?
And Kevin, for that great stretch the Magic put together, they get the Uncontainable Game Award. They have been in their grills and bothering shots all game, and they've been able to maintain that level of intensity as their lead grows.
Doris, thanks, and I think we can all agree the whole flow to their game sort of gelled at that point, don't you think, Steve?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Kevin. Everything came together for them all at once. I mean, their shots started dropping one after another at one end, and then at the other end, they went into lockdown mode defensively.
Yeah, it was truly a good stretch for them, Steve. All they needed were a few things to kind of click into place, and then they were rolling on all cylinders.
And for the Magic. Fires the 3. That's good.
He's going to take that shot every time if he has that much room to get it off.
Can't get it to go.
Well, there are quite a few stars who can lay claim to the title right now, but for you guys, who ranks as the true king of slam in the NBA right now? I know for me it's got to be Blake Griffin. The dunks he had this past season were just off the charts.
Knocked away. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Drops in the breakaway layup.
There's that transition offense. It's been big for them in this game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, that's what they've had working for them. Speed. They've upped the tempo whenever they've had the chance.
Well, Steve, to answer the question you posed, I think I might have to go with Blake Griffin, but only on, you know, the acrobatic circus-like feel it gives all of his dunks, the incredible torque that he musters up to throw that thing down and do it with such a ferocious feel. But that's not saying that I think he's on his way to superstar. I think there are a lot of parts of his game he's got to work on, and work on a lot. But in terms of just his slam dunking, that probably stands out, and Blake would be at the top of my list.
Yeah, Kevin, you make a great point. I mean, you know, no question Blake Griffin is the best dunker in the game, but until he develops that consistent jump shot where he can get to the point like Karl Malone did, where he can turn and shoot over the top of people, he's not going to be a complete player. He's already a great player, but to become a superstar, he needs to expand his game. Looks like this one's over. They really played well tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, we can take it out of the oven. This game is cooked.
Gets it to go.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
That's not his shot at all. Way too far beyond his range.
No good.
He's far too tentative in the paint. And even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. The Thunder have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Goes back up, and he finishes at the rack.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Well, they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher. Now, they probably needed more of this earlier, guys. I don't think there's enough time left to get back into the game.
Guys, this is really a case of too little too late, but at least it gives them something to work off of going into the next game.
Glenn Davis is checked in for Orlando. Turkoglu comes in for Ian.
Well, the outcome is not in question now. They've got it all wrapped up.
Agreed. I mean, they're just looking to simply run the clock out now.
Count that one. Well, look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. The tray. Shot is off. And the Thunder going the other way now.
Well, not much they can do at this point.
Nope, playing for pride. Trying to finish strong for pride's sake.
That's good. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot from 12. And it's rejected. From 10 feet out. Second shot opportunity. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Well, it's time to say so long for Clark Kellogg's.
One.